Good afternoon, everybody. From Chatter, 15 Minutes of Fame. Thank you for joining us again for another episode. I am Danielle Ward and my fabulous partner, Claire Sharif.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back and thank you for being here. What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about weight.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? And how it affects us as a performer, or does it affect us?
Yes.
All those little innuendos.
Yes.
So I'm going to jump right on in there
Okay.
because I have a story.
All right.
And I'd be lying if I said it didn't affect me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd done a film, and at some point it was released on YouTube, and so I watched it for fun, just by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said I'm not gonna be one of those people that that read comments, right? But I read the comments. All I'm gonna say is, at the time, I was like, I weighed about 40 pounds less than what I weigh right now, right?
Okay.
So someone in the comments, they didn't refer to us by our names. They were like, the firefighter this and uh the chick, with the fade, or the flight attendant. So somebody said they were trying to figure out something with my character,
Mm-hmm.
whose name was Amani.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody right below that said, who, the chubby one?
Oh.
And then the person below them responded with, I don't know if it was my character name. No, they responded with the one with the fade. And I was like, so first, my first reaction was to laugh, but I think it was more of a nervous laughter, which later turned to like despair. I didn't cry, but it affected me more than I thought it would. And I was like, damn. And I was in shape. I was in shape, but I was by no means like skinny. What would ever be considered skinny. Was never, I was athletic many years ago, and even then I wasn't skinny or small framed or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
holy cow, uh, it affected me more than I thought.
I'm sure.
And because I'm still talking about it, and it's been several years ago,
Wow.
So, like now, I feel like I think of it the same as like aging.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they both go hand in hand, but when I audition for things now,
Mm-hmm.
I may see myself like, oh, I could do this role, but when someone's looking at me, are they going to say, she's the mom, and not the wife?
Yes.
So I think about those things now when I'm doing, self tape auditions, or when I'm considering auditioning, because it's not about how I think about myself. It's like, what are they going to see? What are they looking for? And do I match that?
Yes, exactly.
And weight is one of those things. Like, I think I'm sexy, but that doesn't mean the next person is going to.
Yeah.
Like, in the character description, it could say fade, sexy, or whatever. I might think I'm those things,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody looking at me, I'm a stranger. Yeah, they may not think the same.
Sure. Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is something that I think about a lot,
Yes.
but not enough to put pressure. Obviously, I don't say I don't care. It's not enough for me to like have an eating disorder about. But it is
Ooh.
something. But I've just come to a point where I'm like, this is what you see is what you get, and if I don't fit, I don't fit,
Yes.
and that's okay.
That's a good way to look at it in our industry. You I would say it's a good way to take it to live with that and be comfortable with it and not fret over it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
um, I've looked at some pictures of myself. I think I told you one. I was stage manager for a production here in town, and I looked and I was like, "Oh my God, you look like one of Hootie's blowfish." And I remember we had this really rich pasta. It was delicious.
Mm.
And I remember my co-stars looking at me like, "How much of that you gonna eat, girl?" I was like, "Oh, okay." There is there. It seems like back in the day there was this standard of being thin. I think they based it off of. Do you remember Twiggy?
Yes, the
Yes,
supermodel.
yes. I
Yeah.
like Twiggy. They based it off of that. Skinny. No fat anywhere. There's no variety. They
Mm.
would all look the same. But I think that's changed over the years, that we all come in different sizes and shapes. We're
Mhm.
not all built the same. And our body type represents each person out there who have similar body types or like body types like us.
Yeah.
You know, I think about the actors who have put on weight or lost weight for a role. And you take your body through a lot. That's a lot of stress, you know?
Mhm.
And then after being done, it's like, well, what do you do? Oh God, do I want to lose this weight? Do I care? You know,
Mm.
I'd like to talk to some actors about that. And hey, put it down in the comments. Tell us what you think, some of your experiences with weight. But I think for females, I think we are more emotional about it, because we want to look a certain way. We want to look good. We want people to want to look at us like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Everything about her is perfect. Well, nobody's perfect. And I can
Yep.
tell you one of my flaws. One of my flaws is I found out that I don't wear a size 11 shoe. I thought all this time I wore an 11. And my friend took me to a not farm and fleet, feet fleet store, and they actually have you stand on this platform, and it's like a 3D type thing, measures your feet. And she says, yeah, one foot is 11.6 and the other is 11.3. I was like, what? Excuse me? So I'm like, damn. So I got now it's even harder finding shoes. I just ordered some gym shoes. I'm trying to find the right gym shoe for Zumba. They don't fit. They're not a 12. They lied because my toe is right at the end. And there's that pressure. Now I can't wear heels like I used to. I may have to consider getting all kinds of different types of gym shoes. I did find a nice pair of sandals though. That's
Okay.
one pair. But stuff like that bothers you. My eyebrows. Oh God, I need to trim my eyebrows. On my arms, I don't have Michelle Obama arms. I better get in the gym and start working out. Are they going to judge me for that? Sometimes they don't want you. They want you just the way you are. You may fit
Yeah.
that role. You know,
Hmm.
but I don't know about you, but I'm an emotional eater. Oh, I'm sad. Oop, here's an excuse to get some food. Let me just shove it in my face. You
Yes,
know.
that I use food as a reward instead of saying, "Let me go buy a new pair of earrings." I'm like, "What the Cheesecake Factory got?" you know, or I'll go to Ethel M's Chocolate. I'll be like, "I haven't been to the chocolate store in a while, and I deserve a truffle." So yeah, I feel like I need to rewire,
Hmm.
but that's like a whole other bag.
It is.
Like rewarding yourself.
Yeah.
Um, or like an outfit, like let me buy a new dress
Hmm.
for whatever, or sandals, something like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's always like food.
And then there's the opposite of that. It's not just when we say talk about weight issues. It's not just about gaining. It's about being too skinny,
Mm.
not being fully. well, not fully developed, but being slender or too skinny, and then come the eating disorders. There's been several actors that have come out and talked about that. And it's like, whoa, you just never know what
And,
somebody's going through,
right.
you know.
And now with Enter Ozempic
Yeah.
and Z-Band and those drugs, which have their place,
Hmm.
I've been doing a lot of reading on it,
Hmm.
and a lot of people who were told they would be dead if they didn't lose weight in a year or two
Hmm.
have done wonders, for them. But then you've got the other extreme
Hmm.
where someone that's not overweight or maybe 20 pounds overweight
Hmm.
and they don't have health uh, health factors aren't a concern where they could lose the weight
Hmm.
organically, are on it. And I think that with drugs, and I'm not opposed to those. I'm just saying, I am not opposed. You might see me on a commercial. Be like,
Oh, you are so funny. You are so
I,
funny.
I just think that there's room for abuse
Hmm.
with drugs like that.
Hmm.
But like I said, they have their place. But like when I saw Oprah, I was like, damn. I
Uh,
was like, she doing the Weight Watchers. I was like, she is committed. But then later when she came out and said that she had been on it, I was like,
Disappointed.
well, that wasn't very authentic of you to be, But whatever. People can do what they want, but I think that opens up another door, kind of like what you just said, eating disorders.
Yeah. Yes. I even
So,
tried that one time, throwing up my food one time.
mhm.
Ooh, one time was all it took, because it's work trying to get that to come up. Okay, my eyes were bulging, they were sore, I had a headache. I was like, oh
You said
hell,
your
girl.
your eyes were
I thought they were
bulging.
gonna go down the toilet with the throw up, okay? I was like, oh hell no. No, that's too much.
Oh my god.
But I think, for me personally, it's trial and error. I've tried so many different things. I've tried Dexatron. I remember my grandmother and I tried it one time. Oh, what I know now probably
Mhm.
would have helped a long time ago. I remember us sitting at the table. It was lunchtime. We took the pill. Okay, we're going to eat a light salad. One salad. That's not enough. That's not enough nutrients for your body. It's not enough to sustain you. Because I was hungry. We were both nibbling. So we stopped doing the Dexatrim. And then I think there were some major side effects after that, in general, not with us, but me and my grandmother, but people who were taking it. Uh, yeah, no. A lot of it's trial and error. The heaviest I've been, it was 232 pounds. I was mortified. I was like, oh no, fatty, you gotta do something about that. And I look at my face in some of my pictures, and it looks like I look like Alfred Hitchcock in the face. My face was swollen. No disrespect to Mr. Hitchcock, I'm a fan, seriously, but so now I it's a lot of stuff I don't eat anymore. It's like we were out at a restaurant with my coworkers, and we were eating pizza. Well, I don't eat red meat anymore. I miss the hell out of red meat. I don't eat chicken anymore. I'm a pescatarian, so I eat fish,
Mhm.
seafood. But the chicken was
Mhm.
smelling so good. And I'll say, okay, I'm living vicariously through you as you eat that chicken, you know.
Mhm.
But I had to cut it out for my health's sake, because I want to be around long enough to do my career and be successful
Yep.
and be here just to be with my kids, and enjoy my life, and do the things that I've been wanting to do. So
Yeah.
it's a journey. It's a journey, and I think a lot of the advertisements have affected young, especially young girls. Oh, I've got to look like that. If you take this, you'll look like her. No, you won't.
Yeah.
No, you got to look like you. What do
Mm-hmm.
you look like to you? What do you want to look like? Not that. Not this person that they're advertising to us. So much pressure. So much
Yeah.
pressure.
Yep.
Girl. Oh, shoot. We're at 15:20. Ooh. So, is there anything you want to add, Miss Danielle?
Um. No, not really. Not really. But like the last thing you said, just being yourself, I think is the most important thing
Mm-hmm.
because there's not going to be another person like you.
Mm-hmm.
Just be you.
Yeah. And it took me a long time to figure out who Clairon was. And I'm still figuring out Clairon. You know?
Oh my God. That part.
Yeah.
That's another show.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now I don't care. Now I'm at a point where I don't even care. Like what you see is what you get. I'm not, I can't do nothing more. Like this is it. This is it. Ain't no surprises. This
Hey,
is me, period.
all day
Fat or
long.
small, in
Yeah.
between, cheesecake or not.
You got me wanting some cheesecake. Oh, man. Oh, and I went to the Cheesecake Factory a while back with a friend for my birthday. Oh, good food. Good food.
Hmm.
All right. You're going to bring us on home.
Yes. Thank you for watching another episode of Chatter, 15 Minutes of Fame. And y'all, just a note, sometimes I don't know where to look. So you might look at some of these episodes and be like, Danielle's cross-eyed. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just me trying to figure out where the hell to look. So don't judge me on that. Thanks for joining us for another show. And we will see you next week. Bye bye.